expressions. I'm a big fan of them. I like how there are phrases that express your thoughts better than any babbling idiot like me can. There are so many great phrases out there. One of the worst phrases that it irks me to my core. Some people just have all the luck. It's like, ugh, I'm cringing. It's never a starving African child who says, I am hungry. Some people have all the luck. Or it's never a kid being abused and neglected by their parents that's saying, some people have all the luck. You know, it's never those people. It's never people who actually have bad luck. So let's talk about luck. Mathematically, it makes sense, you know? If everyone's drawing a stick and you get the short stick, or you get in like the lowest 10% of sticks, that's bad luck. But life gives us so many draws, you know? Unless you're truly unlucky, you will get draws in the future that will balance that out. And I'll make a video to mathematically prove that, because there's a theorem. There's a theorem out there. We'll get to that another time. This is for everyone, not just math nerds. So yeah, if we're thinking about luck, then you watching this right now are probably, I'm not going to say certainly, because there's very real bad shit that happens, even in places where there's internet and phone access and shit. So I'm not going to say you in particular, but probably, maybe, there's a good chance you have amazing luck. So luck doesn't matter on small shit, okay? Anything you can recover from immediately or in a short amount of time, I don't care about that luck. So that's why I think luck is stupid. And because of probability, it balances out, okay? It's gonna balance out regardless. However, if you get unlucky on one bad thing, that can seriously fuck up your life more than getting unlucky like in your everyday life. Like slipping on a banana peel, that's funny, that's bad luck, but it's not the end of the world. Unless you actually like crack your skull or something. So health is one of the biggest one. Recently, I've been seeing videos about people who are like 28 with brain cancer, 23, some 23-year-old, and they're like, 4 years cancer update. It's like, god damn, that is some unlucky ass shit. Like if you're an old person and you get cancer, to be expected, you know, old people get cancer, but when you're a young person, that is so fucking unlucky, and it's really just, it's tragic. These goddamn cars. Anyway, if you as a kid, when you weren't able to provide your own needs, if you had that provided for you, that is so lucky. If you have a family that has your back, or if you have friends that truly have your back, you are such a lucky person. So many people don't have that. If you're saying, oh yeah, I got that, but like, what about all this other shit? What about a bigger dick? What about bigger tits? What about a bigger ass, you know? Clearly, these are all the things people want, but we can't get them. I mean, there are ways, but I know a guy, so. No, I'm kidding. Those things make you very, very lucky. You got lucky on the things that actually matter. So good for you. That's awesome. Make the most of it. Most people who have that take it for granted. They don't realize how lucky they are for that. If you get lucky on like the biggest things like friends and family and health, you are so fucking lucky. Those are examples of good luck. Here's what bad luck looks like. Getting cancer in your 20s or younger. You know, kids, that's also unlucky. I'd say that's even more unlucky. Being thrown in a trash can as an infant. Being born to being born addicted to drugs. Imagine that. That'd be crazy. Being born to a family that doesn't care about you. Being born to a family that abuses you. Those are very unlucky things. Being born in a war-torn country. You know, those things, like those events, getting unlucky in those things, that is so much worse than any bad event that, well, no, it's not. that like bad events can happen anywhere. So, but like they happen so much more like if you get unlucky there, then that holds so much more weight than like getting unlucky and like buying a scratch ticket or something. I don't know. And by the way, it's gambling. You're never gonna be lucky. That's not how it works. Okay, there's no luck when you gamble. You are guaranteed to lose in the long run, unless you win and then you stop. And don't go out and gamble and say, oh, I'm gonna win, then I'm gonna stop. Because you're gonna be an idiot and you think, oh, I won, I can win more. That's not how it works. That's what gets people. So when people say some people have all the luck, or I'm so unlucky, or he's so lucky, it's often about shit like entitlement. My videos haven't blown up on YouTube. I'm so unlucky. Maybe people don't like your content, or maybe it's not as good as you think, or maybe it's not as relevant as you think. There are so many reasons. Like, if you focus on what you can control, you will be so much better off than by focusing on like what probability determines for you. Like focusing on the random events that you don't determine, it's so bad. So yeah, if you regularly consider yourself to be unlucky, you might just be like have a big ego. Not the big ego in the sense that you might think, like the big ego in that you're thinking everything's about you, but really most things aren't about you. So yeah, when something doesn't go the way you expected it, it might just be luck that one time. But if you repeat that over and over and over, I will mathematically prove that that doesn't happen by chance. It happens because you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. And you have an inflated sense of self, and that's normal. Like that's a very common thing for like a lot of people. So when you focus on what you can't control, there's nothing to gain from that. And there's a huge opportunity cost. You're diverting what you could focus on, which could be things that actually have an effect by focusing on them. If you focus on how you can improve and change and learn and grow, and you focus on reflection and being better, and like thinking about yourself from the outside, like having empathy, you might do a lot better. It's just such a bad idea to focus on what you can't control. And I get it. Like, sometimes you feel like, fuck, if I did that one thing and went right, I would be so much better off, but that thing didn't go right, okay? So you can't change anything. You can try again, or you can learn and grow and then try again. Or learn and grow, try something else. Or you can just fail, give up, and, sink, rot. What's that called? Bed rotting? Whatever the Zoomers are doing nowadays. I hope none of you people are bed rotting up there. Please don't bed rot. Also, with luck, a huge part of this luck comes from comparing yourself to other people. But we don't compare ourselves. We only compare ourselves. It depends on your self-esteem. But you're going to compare yourself to different people depending on like how you feel about yourself, really. But it's just not good to compare yourself at all. And if you're going to compare yourself, think on a global level. Because really, there's no reason you had to be this human. You could have been any human out there. So think about, of all the people across all of time, you think you're unlucky to have been born in the modern era? That's silly, in my opinion. So, in like, of all places, like, if you're in America or if you're in a first world country, unless you had like a really bad childhood or something that you really couldn't control, like a bad health from being born or just randomly, then you're actually unlucky. Because the thing is, if you get unlucky and it makes you die, or if it makes you like disabled, like in a bed, like restricted, then that means you actually, you can't like keep pulling sticks. But if it's a small thing you get unlucky on, oh man, I didn't get that promotion, but he did. Well, maybe it's because your work isn't as good as his. Or maybe he sucks the boss's dick, Or maybe his uncle is the boss. But what about your uncle? I'm sure your uncle has done stuff for you too. Not like the job, but like, maybe he I don't know. I've had great uncles. So if you're someone that focuses on luck or like probability or like how you got unlucky or like how it's not working out for you, any effort, any attention on at all is bad. It's bad. It's not going to help you. And it's bad. And it's a wasted opportunity for like your attention and focus and whatnot. And it puts you in a worse state of mind. Your choices, like when you're old enough to make choices, like when you're, obviously you can't if you're under 5 to 10, you really don't have much choice either. 10 to 15, you have a little bit more choice, and 15, 20, you have a good amount more choice, and then after that, you have a lot of fucking choice. So if you focus on what you can choose to do and what you can choose to improve on and what you can do rather than on what happens to you, then you'll achieve so much more. You'll be a whole new person in a good way. A very good way. Like, that's not going to happen if you focus on luck. Like, people will make fun of astrology chicks, myself included. No offense to astrology chicks. Like, I don't know. I actually get along great with astrology chicks for some reason. Maybe it's because I'm also kind of weird. Like, we'll make fun of astrology chicks, but then we won't make fun of the guy who's like, some people just have all the luck. That guy needs to be made fun of because he's thinking the stars are playing dice. He thinks that's what's going on. God, that's not a good look. He thinks that's what's going on. But no, he's just sitting there thinking about what he can't control and like how he's unlucky. So yeah, luck luck kind of exists. Over the long run, it evens out. The universe doesn't care about you or me or him. But don't get me wrong, some people are really unlucky in the decisions that matter, and I would consider that person unlucky. And I consider myself a very lucky person. I'm blessed. Recognizing how lucky you are, that is just gratitude. I am so grateful for this fucking life. I want you to feel this same intensity that I do, baby. And you will never feel this if you focus on luck. Period. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you.